Hello, it's Steve. And today I wanted to sit down with you and talk candidly about what I wish I knew when I was going through my own health challenges, specifically dealing with swollen lymph nodes and chronic fatigue. And I think it's very interesting to be at this juncture of I think it's been almost 10 years now since that first occurred. And I feel like I've changed so much from that point. And so the first thing that feels important to communicate that I wish I knew is how important the emotional connection is into all of this. The psyche, and when I say psyche, I mean the mind as well as the emotions, as well as consciousness, our spirit, how important they are in our overall health. And I feel like we're just starting to really understand that. It still isn't mainstream, which is hard to believe at this point in 2025 currently. But it is a wealth of opportunity for our health and well being. So, when I was dealing with swollen lymph nodes, I shared this story already, but my focus was primarily on physical solutions. Say solutions. I looked to supplement regimens and extremely restrictive diets, lymphatic massages. I went to a traditional Chinese herbalist and acupuncture. And it's not that I didn't find any support from those. That's not true. They absolutely did help me. But what I've come to learn is that the underlying reason for my own swollen lymph nodes challenge was rooted in my psyche. And no amount of pills or massages or detoxes was going to touch that. That's the truth of it. And I wish I knew that. So there's a nugget for you if you're struggling with this right now. The second thing that I wish I knew during that time was how important it is to manage fear in that process of being faced with this idea that something is very wrong in my system, and coming to realize that most of that, if not all of it, is conditioning that we've taken on from a system we've grown up in. This gets a little hot buttony sometimes for people. But the truth is, when we flood our system with fear, our nervous system is frazzled. We can't think clearly. Our emotions start to feel like they're overtaking us. We don't feel grounded. We feel like our life is in jeopardy in some capacity. And it's really important to empower ourselves through those moments by facing our fears, regulating our system. Also, tuning into the truth of the situation, that there are other ways to look at it. There are other ways to treat this. There are other ways outside of the norm that hold possibility. And when we can start to expand beyond the single viewpoint that we've been conditioned into believing is the whole truth, nothing but the truth, we can start to exhale a bit. Especially when we meet something that resonates. like truth for us. All of a sudden we feel like, oh gosh, ooh, that feels like truth. I can feel that into my system. I can feel that anchor me for a moment. Suddenly your breath can deepen. All of that is intel to listen to your system, to start to like maybe tune out some of the noise and the conditioning that we've been programmed with, and just stop, sit with ourselves, breathe, feel that in the body first. Breathe through that. It's important during that process of what the hell's going on with my health? What's going on with my body? Why do I feel this way? It's scary. And it's important to regulate that fear because it's nourishing. It helps out your system because I truly believe your body is designed to heal. It knows what it's doing. It's probably already in the process of doing so. And when we flood our system with tons of fear all the time, it's not helpful. Like, that's the reality of it. It's basically just adding like a ton more on your body's to-do plate. Like, okay, I'm trying to heal. Now I've got to like manage all this fear. I've been there. I get it. So in no way am I critiquing that or shaming that. It's just like, I get it. I get it. And it's important to find tools, find ways to regulate, to let that fear have an outlet. These are two important things already that I wish I knew in my own healing journey. So what's the third? The third is including your body and its wisdom and its intel and the intelligence of your psyche in the process of healing. In my experience, when the body is experiencing and speaking through symptoms, it's communication. There's purpose and opportunity under these symptoms. They want to help you actually feel better by addressing things under the surface that haven't been feeling good for maybe a long time, that are maybe holding you back. And they want release. They want to move. They want to change. You can tell that already, I bet. Something within this, I bet, is already resonating deep within you. Listen to that. There's wisdom there. I always point people back to themselves, to like, what do you feel is true for you? Because if you can feel something deep in that, it holds something for you. There's truth there. And it's important to listen to that and not disregard it. That's part of being your own advocate in your health and well-being. You've got to listen to those deep knowings. If something feels off, if something feels true, if something feels like, no, I should not be going down that route. Or, wow, that's really caught my attention. I feel like that's alive and has something for me there. That's important to include in the process of healing and just overall in your well-being, right? So these are keys that I wish that I knew when I was going through my own health challenges. I think they're very important. I'm happy to share them with you. I'm happy to express that and give it airtime. And I do hope that you found resonance within this. I hope you found some golden nuggets within it for yourself. And I feel it's important to work in tune with your body, with your intuition, with your psyche, with your system as a whole, including your mind, including your spirit too. These are all aspects of you that make up the whole entirety of who you are, that all affect your health, including your physical health. And if you want any help with that, if you want any support with that, it's exactly what I do. I've been guiding individuals with this intuitive healing work now for over 5 years, helping them find relief, helping them feel more like themselves, helping them feel more alive and in tune with who they are, and also allowing symptoms a natural outlet to dissolve. So if that's of interest to you, if that feels curious, if that feels skeptical, resistant, fearful, it's important for me to say that I get it and that I'm on your team. I'm here to help and support and always point you back to what feels good and true for you. So if that feels open for you, you can find ways to connect with me in the description. You can go to my website. I would love to meet you and connect with you and help. So thank you so much for being here. Thanks for spending your time and energy here with me. I appreciate you and your attention in a very noisy world. So thank you, and I wish you all the best on your journey.